happiest day of your life. How come you look like somebody just stuck lemon juice in your beer, huh? This is the happiest day of your life.
Hey everyone, so today I filmed this tutorial for you guys. It's pretty much just like a really simple winged eyeliner tutorial on how I do my liquid eyeliner, and also a lash tutorial. So I was not expecting this to be nearly as difficult as it was to apply my liquid liner and my eyelashes on camera. It is a whole nother game, and I'm usually pretty good at it, but just on camera it's like a whole nother story. My battery ended up dying in the middle of me doing my eyebrows and a couple other times, so it might have a couple cuts in there, and I was trying out a new foundation today and I really wasn't liking it, so I didn't show a lot of that on camera just because I was kind of fiddling with it and having a difficult time. So I sped through most of that. If you guys would like to see me do like a foundation tutorial or like a highlighting or contouring tutorial, let me know in the descriptions. I can definitely do that for you guys. I just think it takes up too much time because normally I'll take a really long time when I'm doing my kind of face makeup. But it's pretty simple. I have a little bit of a contour and a highlight, but I kept it pretty simple today because the eyes and the lip color was so dramatic. But yeah, just grab a cup of coffee, a cup of tea, a glass of wine, whatever you want, and just sit back and relax, and we'll get straight into the tutorial. Okay, so when I first started this look, for whatever reason, my camera didn't pick up what I first did to my eyes before I applied my wing. So before I started on the wing, I applied the lighter shade that I have in my Kat Von D Shade and Light contouring palette, and I applied that just to the crease, and I added a touch of warmth with the warmer color that's in that palette, just to bring some depth to my eyes. So as you can see here, when I like to do my wing liner, I prefer to do a small thin line along the lash line first, just as a starting point, and then I start to work on the wing. In this particular scenario, I wanted my wing to be very long and straight, and I kind of like to aim for the tail of my brow just to make sure that if I do that on both eyes, it remains symmetrical. So I kind of make sure that I keep an eye on both eyes, and I make sure that it's symmetrical and it's the right length and it's the right angle. And then I will start to thicken the line along the lash line and merge that with the one I've created from the wing. A good point, in my opinion, to kind of have the two lines merged together is right outside the pupil area. I think it's the most flattering to have your wing kind of taper there into the thinner part of the lash line. And don't forget to kind of keep an eye on both eyes to make sure that it's symmetrical, you know? So after I get my wing down, I like to go in with a little bit of concealer underneath just to kind of sharpen that line, and having a brighter pop of color there will just make it look even more defined, and you can kind of correct any mistakes that you made, so this is a very important step. Moving on to my brows, just very simple. I just fill them in with a pencil liner. This one is by NYX. The liquid liner I was using is by Wet n Wild, and it's their felt tip marker, and I really didn't enjoy it. It fades very quickly, and it's very hard to get a precise line, but it's just what I had on hand for the tutorial, unfortunately. But by no means do I recommend that one. And I'll definitely do a brow tutorial for you guys in the future. I was kind of just running through these very quickly for the sake of showing what I do. And then after I finish my brows, I'm going to apply my primer, my foundation, and do all of my highlighting and contouring. And I'm just going to speed through that because, like I said in the intro, I got a new foundation and it's the wrong color, it's the wrong texture. I just really overall don't like it. And yeah, so I just felt no need to show any of that, so I just sped right through it for the sake of keeping things sweet and simple. Okay, so now for the tricky part, the actual lashes. So lashes are something that's very, very difficult for a lot of people, and one of the reasons I think that is because people don't trim them to their eye shape. False lashes come in kind of a general length, and most people's eyeballs are not that big, and so you'll find that once you start to actually trim your lashes to the shape of your eye, they're gonna go on so much easier. I like to curl my lashes just because my eyelashes aren't super straight, but they're not super curly, and I find if I curl them, they blend a little bit better. So I'm applying the glue and I'm making sure that it's tacky, so I will blow it in a little bit just to make sure that it's not super wet but not dry, just to have the right tackiness to stick to my eye. And then when I actually apply them, I like to place it kind of towards the front of my eye, and then as I'm kind of positioning it and pulling it into place, I pull it backwards, and I find that this really just fits it very snug against my lash line. And normally I don't wear my lashes that close to my inner corners, but like I said, it just makes it easier to apply for some whatever reason when I do it this way. I was struggling so much to get these lashes on. Normally, I don't struggle that much, but of course, when you go to film a tutorial on it, suddenly you become inept and you don't know how to do it anymore. But I got it figured out, fortunately, and I think it looks like it's coming together. Okay, so after I get them placed on my eyes, I like to take a very kind of small brush, and I use the rounded part of the handle to press into my lash line to really push the lashes up against my lash line, and I find that that just makes it more snug. So off the top of my head, I cannot remember what color this is, but it's one of the NYX soft matte lip creams, I guess. I'll have all of the products I use linked in the description. I just can't remember it off the top of my head, and I put a little bit, whatever was left on my beauty blender, on my lips just to make sure that they had a nice pale surface so the color would really pop. So that was it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'm really trying really hard to get my lighting and my camera and my backdrop and working with the camera and all of that stuff. I'm really trying to get into the groove of it so I can really start producing a lot more good content for you guys, and it really means a lot that you guys take the time to watch these videos, and just be sure to like and subscribe. If you guys have any video ideas that you would like to see me make or anything that you want me to talk about, just leave it down in the comments below and I will definitely be sure to look at all of those. And once again, thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day. Bye!